And we're live. Today, our usual, sadly, maybe even the last one for a while, drinking ULTRAKILL stream. Yeah, I would have to beat the crime sanctions first, while sober, to even consider doing those. On these runs. Even today. Oh, wait, why is it lagging now? Why does it start lagging right now? It was doing fine earlier, like what happened? Whatever, it seems to have figured itself out. That should help it now. But yeah, today I forgot what the name of the drink was that I'm doing today. But it's a pretty simple Jaeger bomb, rum and pineapple juice. But before that, I have 3 beers that I'm gonna sit through, because this is gonna be painful. Well, let's get back right into the game. Last time I did this, it was pretty hard. I got stuck in a very specific room that you will probably recognize from the thumbnail of today's stream. What's this? Hold on. No, don't pay attention to that. I remember that I wanted to beat the level, but it was just I was just getting too hammered to actually do it, so cheats were enabled. And I just realized that I don't have my headphones on. The gaming headphones. I had trouble with this room last time. And there it goes. Also, yeah, there's the usual challenge run with class where in these rooms, it's every 3 deaths I can take a drink. Instead of every death, because, well, you saw it, how quickly that happened. I see, that's why I... Damn it. I forgot about Mordors. This is actually going way better than I thought I would go. And that's the first thing. Damn it! Why are you two not alive? Why are all of you alive? Woo. Is it already time? Repeat the time? Oh no, it's the time. And this is the room where it all falls apart. Damn it. Fuck. There is a G-strat to this. You can get back up there if you wanna do it like that. But I'm not sure if I wanna do it from here. It's not even that effective. Fuck. Ah! I was getting close. I just panicked. I thought I could stand on the lip of the door. Hmm. How are you not dead? You're supposed to be dead. Ah! I tried to do the... If you stand on the enemies, you can actually do a enemy bounce. But you gotta... Oh! Oh my god, I did not think I would make it through that fast. Welcome to the level. But overall, the level now gets harder, so... I think that's third. Ah. Fuck. Oh! I'm also killing it right now. Yeah, me too. I feel like I should focus on this one guy first, and then... Why is it... I don't even know what I did there. Ah. Oh. Fuck. All right. Ah, that's a new drink. Yeah, and yes, for the newcomers, this is a drinking game. Every third death, I'm taking a drink. Damn. Get these motherfuckers out of here. Fuck. How fucking fast is that gutter man? Nah. No, that would be awesome, of course. But one of this dream is that I'm bad at this game and I'm getting wasted. Shut up! I still occasionally use it. I try to use this one more than the other one. Red cannon, it's just stuck in my inventory. I never took it off. What? That doesn't kill you? That should kill you. Akira? I don't know all these strategies, so that actual ULTRAKILL players know. Oh yeah, it's this one. Hold on. Fuck. I think that's a drink. Is there a tech where you can... where you use... What? Okay, I did it earlier, right? LARP is a previous slap and slap sharpshooter. If you go in with the plastic one, they're in the enemy, you can effectively get multiple instead of sport. Oh, I see. It's basically, you know, the tech where you rail cannon into the. It's the tech where you basically just different version of doing the whatever it's called. Same thing, but with the what? What? I don't know what happened to my braid there. I genuinely don't know what happened there. I'm not used to doing this fire starter. I have two tactics in this game. Fucking jackhammer and this thing. Yeah, spontaneous combustion. Oh yeah, it's with the nail gun. Okay, now I remember. So it doesn't work with the... Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, it doesn't work. Easy damage still. Getting close. I try to focus on the virtues, but I keep forgetting them. What's up, Cheesy? Oh, forget that drink. Can you imagine if I was doing actual shots with this and not starting with beer? Ah. Also, this is my first time trying this level on Brutal. Almost done with my first beer. Get that? Oh, I see. That's why. Ah. So if it grabs you, what is this? What's here? Oh yeah, it's this place. So if it grabs you during that last phase, you cannot do anything other than wait for it to. Yeah. And that's first one down. Time to crack another one. The nerves are getting me the most right now. Of course Man, I hate that fucking death hook attack. It always gets me right as the virtue, not the virtue. There we go. Fuck off. Oh. Holy shit. Ain't no way. Oh yeah, it's longer than this. I forgot. I thought it was the... You know, I'm so happy that Takira didn't add that many new weapons, because I think that game is already too hectic enough that five different numbers is pretty Oh yeah, it was the actual. Now I remember. Hello. Just gonna kill Tundra and Agony here. Up. Seriously? I fucking hate that hook. Ah, I had it! Uh, I get that you can parry it, but I don't have time to pay attention to this asshole's tail. Also, I'm using Bloodhound. Oh, take my fucking. I actually had no idea what happened there. Whoa. Where am I? Red. I probably should try to. Hold on. Oh. Forgot that you cannot do that. I really need to get into those parries. If I can figure them out, it's gonna be GG. But that's an if, not a when statement. Gah. You know what? I'm gonna take this shit off. I never use it. Anyways. Whoa! I started to get into the rhythm. Ah. Damn. I sat on my nuts. Take my full force. I just need to take the... I just need to do some Evangelion music training and try to synchronize my movement with the song. I think that's a drink. I feel the falling section might be a hint of how to do this effectively. What if I were to just fly in the air? Where no one can touch me. Get that shit off my screen! Can you do anything about it if it gets you after you... Hold on. Let me consult the archives. Oh, you gotta punch it. I thought you had to only... You could only... Okay. That was a lie. I tried to punch it. Nothing happened. This is because of this asshole here. Ah, that wasn't. Why is there oil there? Hmm. Damn. What happened there? What? How long was that thing stuck on me? Holy shit. And that's a drink. And it doesn't work either. Yep. I discovered that last time. Now, if only these guys were also radiant. Could you imagine? I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee now. Let's focus. Alright, let's focus more. Let's focus more. More focus. Sometimes I don't know how I just appear at 1 health. Let's look how this actually goes without attacking. Observation run. Okay. But that means that I need to crack open another. 3 beers, 3 boss fights. Haven't eaten either today, so I'm starting to actually get some of the side effects of being up. That was starting to go well. Damn. Get this fucking thing off of me! Ah! What should you leave? Every time every time the evening mode goes on, my brain just immediately goes like, oh shit, they are in rage now. It's that fucking hook. Hmm. Woo! Why does it works other times but punching the hook, but other times not? Like, it seems that if you if it's on screen you can punch it, but if you turn to try to look at the hook, so to speak, it's not there, so you cannot punch it. So you have to just fucking face tank it and hope for the best. I mean, if you get hit by the hook, then it's like that's the only way you can. In this fight, you can actually like get rid of the hook if you get hit by it. You have to just know that it's coming and just. Jesus. I mean, I guess that works. Except when the fucking hook comes in. Ah. Oh. That was totally on me. I was looking at the chat for some reason. Why was I looking at the chat at that moment? I was doing fine. Oh. I mean, all of these are on me, but like that was especially on me. Fuck off! Thanks for the tip, by the way. I probably would have not thought about like trying to keep myself in the air more, even though I did make a joke about staying in the air. But I wouldn't like actually thought about doing it seriously, because that is actually helping me quite a lot. Yeah. Like, what do I do there? What am I supposed to do there? Punching doesn't work. I cannot shoot that fucking tail. I cannot dash. I just have to pray to the Lord that the RNG just decides that it's not my time yet. I guess I can just pogo. Ah! If I just I need to turn my chat overlay somewhere else because it's dividing my attention too much. Okay, there's the last of the coffee. Ah. Damn. Mm. And that's a drink. Jesus. Ow. Hello, Sans. Could you use your save editing abilities to make sure that I'm in a much more clear-headed mind than I'm currently at? You know, there's alcohol running through my veins. Fuck. Yeah. You're telling me to get the shot on? I guess. It's not that useful here. The green one. Reduction used the sawed-on and punch screwdrivers. Okay, stuff is happening. I don't know what happened, but stuff happened. Oh, screwdrivers. These things. Yeah, yeah. Ah, fuck. I gotta remember that I'm using a different shotgun this time. Yeah, I can see what was supposed to happen there. I can see that now. But the problem is that I'm not in a headspace to get the use out of this. Jesus. God damn it. Ah. Ah. And with that, the beers are done. I'm going to take a break to get myself the actual heavy hitter drink, and I'm gonna eat some of my food. So I. Hey, BBB. Yeah, you just. BBB, you missed most of the level. I'm at the final room. But I'm gonna go to a quick BRB. I'm gonna let these students stay here. And I'm gonna. Why is everyone turning me. Why is everyone turning right as I'm taking a break? Anyways. I'll go take my break. Hold on. Mute myself. And be back in like a minute or two. And we're back. Oh. Damn it. Damn. Fuck. Ah. Oh, almost there. But it's still doable. Jesus Christ. Or as I like to call it, Jesus Christus. The rocket bomb with the jackhammer? What do you mean? That's the first time I've heard of that. Fuck. That's a drink. Oh, you. So for the, you know, this thing, right? The full charge. I think I have enough ways to do that. I, I was doing something there, but fuck. Hmm? Ah! Ah, it's that fucking hook thing. What just happened there? That was a lot of damage. For no reason. Yeah, that's not working out, sorry. I get lost in the weapons. I keep trying to do a different. I try to change to this, but I accidentally go to overcharge instead. Ah. What? What just happened? How long is this thing on me? Fuck! That's the first that we've been through so far. Fuck, man. I did a lot of damage there, but like... Fuck. Maybe I should not use the saw trap. Let's try that. I mean, that did something. Oh, just fucking jump, teleport in with your shitty ass. Do it again. Don't use the different attack. That's against the rules that I set up for you. Okay. That is working somewhat. Okay, definitely don't use this saw trap here. That was good. I don't know what happened there, but that was good. Why did I do that? I knew that wouldn't work. But I did it anyway. Ah! It's a fucking hook. It's always the hook. It's like, ooh. Jesus. Ah. Do I do the usual thing that I do with it when it comes to this point? I feel like I'm not going to make much progress from this. I think I'd have to do it. Sorry, but I'm gonna get to the point where where it's literally impossible for me to do this. So I just wanna at least show some kind of gameplay where I actually do this. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. I just so unfortunately I cannot do Prime Sanctums because I haven't beaten the game in E rank up to this point in Brutal. So I got a couple of ideas what we might do next. Just chill gun disassembly stuff. I thought about because I still have some time on me to actually still stream, and I like the gun disassembly game. I think it's cool. But we could also like look at the do another reaction stream at this point to Brady Boy and how his terrible ideas, not ideas, terrible feelings about video game guns. So while we gather the thoughts about doing that, let's just go to Secret Mission 2 in their Wrath. Not Secret Mission 2, just Secret Mission. Up. Cheats. Disabled. Hey, Peter. That's awesome. I love that it plays a random sound to random like drum roll to see how big it is. But it's always size 2. Yeah, if you're new to the stream, unfortunately we already did the challenge of the stream, so now I'm just fucking around to see what I can do. Seriously? Come on. Hit it up. Hmm. Oh, the Big Dipper for size 2. What? Amazing timing for Testament. We're at the end of the stream. I'm just fucking around currently. I can read this. Holy shit. Testament? Right before Testament? Anyway. Father, why eternal torment? Is it not cruel? Is torture unending truly a fate fit for fool? An angel so bright and beautiful asked me this, and I could not answer, for I could never face the guilt of what I'd done. My regret, a gnawing cancer. In my hour of weakness, terror possessed me then, and I cast Lucifer too into the eternal den. Once I realized what I had just done, I could only weep as I sank slowly into depths of despair, deep, oh so deep. Okay, the story about ULTRAKILL is that God just kind of created everything and just fucked off. He created hell. He created the world. He's been in this cycle of creating the universe over and over and over and over and over again. And every time he deems that the things that he creates is a failure. But this time around, in the game, in the lore of the game, God is like, I fucked up so much, I created hell itself. Yeah, he made hell because he was mad at humans. But the problem is that the problem is that in this universe, blood is what creates life. Not in this game, he didn't do that thing. In this game, blood is what gives you life. If you have blood running through you, it gives you're alive. If your toaster has like a blood circulation going through it, it's as alive as you are. The problem is that machines, they cannot create their own blood, but they were built to run with blood. So they are alive, but they're running out of blood as they go through it. First of all, the machines kill all life on Earth, so they run out of blood. So they go to hell to find more blood because blood is fuel, and hell is full of blood. So the system accidentally God creates hell, which is full of blood. So it's yeah, kind of like that. So because hell is full of blood, hell itself is alive, and the more people die, the more blood there is in hell, and so more powerful it becomes. And God is just so disappointed in itself that he just disappears. No one knows what happened to God. He's just gone, and everyone is waiting for, well, no, it's not that. The reason why all humans died is because all the machines, fearing death, decided to kill people because they cannot create their own blood. So they have to take blood from others. So they eventually just killed Yeah, there's no confirmation on the suicide part of the God's thing. We don't know what happened to God. He's just gone. That's the song name of the song. That's the name of the song right currently. The fire is gone. The Earth Mover pollution thing. Yeah, it played a part in why everyone died. But for example, V1 here, he was made to, he was created to be, like a perfect killing machine. He could take blood as he killed people, while other machines they had to like just pump the blood into them afterwards. In my opinion, what I think is going to happen in the story is that we're going in we're going through the layers of hell. You have limbo, you have lust, you have gluttony, then you have greed, wrath, heresy, and then you have violence, fraud, and treachery. What I think happened to God is that he created hell and realized that he's a fraud and he betrayed everyone. So even though it's confirmed that Gabriel is going to be the final boss of the game, I think we might actually see God in treachery, because I think God deemed himself to be the worst crime that he could create. And I think that's actually really, really awesome about this game. Oh, it hasn't been confirmed that Gabe is the final boss? Well, then it could be God himself. And that is in the treachery. But yeah, like that's what I think about it. Like God doesn't really, well, of course limbo doesn't work on him because God is, if if you're going to limbo, then you're going to be you have to build you okay, to explain the layers of hell. Limbo is for those people who had never had a chance to understand, had the capability of going to heaven. They had no chance of, they never knew about Christianity. It's cultures that never knew about Christianity and people who never knew about Christianity, like children who died before they were able to go to heaven or hell. Now lust is obvious, it's the lust layer, and gluttony also again pretty self pretty explanatory. Now, yeah, obviously, like I think that I'm not sure if Lucifer will ever be part of ULTRAKILL, because even though it's based on a Christian myth, well, not Christian myth, a story heavily based on Christianity. That too. Again, the reason why Limbo looks like this is because the reason why limbo looks like this is because it's supposed to be still a punishment. It's just real enough that you might momentarily be like, yeah, this is real. And then you look at the screen, it's like, this is not real at all. If you look at Dante's Inferno, the whole thing about limbo is that the whole layer is filled with people just sighing because they understand that they will never go to heaven or hell. That's also possible that God was just lying about his abilities. Well, it's not just Earth that is boring, it's just you see this area outside and you go to it and it's just, oh, it's a screen. Now, greed, the whole thing about greed in ULTRAKILL is that the sands in the area, it's golden sand. And because it's golden sand, it burns so much hotter than actual sand does. I do think that the god of ULTRAKILL is powerful enough to create universes because, well, he does create multiple universes until he just gives up. Wrath Layer, we gotta look at this whole thing. First of all, there's no music until you get to the end of the whole thing. This is the background sound that you get for the entire thing until you get to the boat. But as you can see, the whole thing is that everyone in Wrath, first of all, the whole thing about the River Styx is that it's filled with people trying to get to the top, and they will always fight each other, get to the top, but they will always just drown. And if you actually listen to it pretty closely, you can actually hear them. Oh shit. Scream. And obviously in ULTRAKILL, the reason the River Styx became the ocean of Styx because there were so many dead people. Now, the heresy one is like the worst. I think it's so far one of the worst punishments ever. It's this shit right here. I think it's also in Dante's Inferno where the people I think in Dante's Inferno it's told that people who are in heresy, they are in coffins of lava. Sorry, Burrito. This is actually the scariest shit to me in this entire game right now. Like, obviously there's this blood skeleton, but like, these people are alive. And they get do nothing but scream in there. Even when ULTRAKILL ends and assumably V1 kills God, I think these guys will be just burning here. Yeah, like it's actually so fucked up. Like holy shit. Literally. Burrito, we are currently like discussing the themes of the game right now, so and obviously the masterpiece, yeah, they're fire immune, but not fire pain immune. Yeah. And then there's the whole story that the violence tells. It's the working patch. There's which is just the maze that's supposed to torture you until you become one of the torturers, so to speak, when you become a mannequin, being ripped limb from limb and turned into a hell, turned into a demon. Light of the night is the one that gets your neighbors. I mean, after heresy, everything just gets all the punishments are just pain for the most part. If you go to here and you just hold on, let me full bright the it's hard to see in the base game, but all these piles of sand, so to speak, their bodies, all of these are dead people. This entire mass is dead people. There's a river of blood running through it. And yeah, obviously, like there's still nuance, and obviously, why I think the reason why actually, that is not the point of that's not the point of the 7.3. 7.3 was for people who killed themselves. And if they did that, they got turned into a tree. You can hear them scream inside the trees. And in Dante's Inferno, they were in Dante's Inferno, they were always going to be like eternally picked by the crows, I think. It's not just about being old, it's just anyone who killed themselves would end up here. Or if you mean by old body, you just mean the body that you used to have before you killed yourself. Also, this is just awesome. Hold on, wait. Doesn't Benjamin spawn before? I thought he spawned before you had to do the... Ah, yeah, you mean original bodies. Okay. Okay, so apparently Benjamin actually spawns after you do the second trial. Yeah, he used to be always there from the start, but they changed that. Don't really know why, because it was awesome having Benjamin there. Just but like, it. I think it worked better when Benjamin was always there. You know, you had the starry sky, and then you had the eyes of Benjamin, but there was this black blot right there that you couldn't explain until the lightning flashes. Yeah, I think they should make it so that Benjamin comes back. Benjamin comes is always there, but it's when the red sky changes. But yeah, actually, minor detail. But before you leave this room, the stars are white. After you leave this room, that's when the sky starts to turn red. There's so many awesome details in this game, honestly, and it's just getting better. Now, obviously, we cannot talk about fraud yet, but I think it's especially funny that fraud, the first level, Benjamin was epic, right? That would be awesome. I think it's. Hold on, let me try to pull it up. I think it's interesting that in fraud, the whole thing is that it's deceptive. Hold it up. I'm gonna. Hmm. Did that do it? No, I haven't. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's a. Is it called Providence, the new angel? Hold on, let me up the resolution on this. 1080 should be fine. I think I saw someone say this is a reference to Pink Floyd, I think. I made a joke on the first when we saw this. I said that you cannot even trust, you can even trust floor in fraud. And yeah, like how much fraudulent can you be than just being a non-existent world in existence? Also, it's awesome that they bring back the uh, unavoidable lasers. I'm so excited for this. I'm just getting hyped up by just looking at this. Like, apparently, you can go through these doors, and they bring you into the same room, but from a different location, like fucking a Scooby Doo. And it's coming this year. I can tell that you, it's you can tell that there was a specific reason why they wanted to do. They wanted to spend a whole year recreating every single thing, the base code from ground up, so again they can do something like this. It's so fucking awesome, actually. Also, it makes the fraud 10 levels extra funny because like all the people who made 10 levels for fraud, they're going straight into this level. Enough gushing. I need to take myself a little break, and I think we're gonna do some either more discussion about this game, or we're gonna do some gun disassembly stuff because I actually like guns. So this game where you just disassemble guns, it's a relaxing little old time that we could end on the stream on. But back to the break. And we're back. Not gonna stay here much that much longer, maybe like an hour tops. But I think we can do some good gun disassembly kind of stuff. Discuss the mechanics of video. Not discuss the mechanics of video game guns. Just talk about guns in general. There we go. Man, I cannot wait for the full fraud level. Let's go like that. That's not level. Keep it like that, I guess. Yeah, apologies for the new viewers. We're done with the ULTRAKILL segment right now. Now we're just fucking around. The base game itself is free, but there are certain guns, like for example, this one that requires credits to unlock, which you either have to buy or you have to complete achievements such as like this one, beat the current daily top, and you will get 10,000 EXP and 1 credit. So technically you can unlock a lot of the credit guns for yourself without paying a single dime. But obviously, like, you need to know when to play when there's no current good top scores, or you either have to buy the stuff. I've completed quite a lot of the map because I've been able to do this champion achievements. But mostly just because it's either been guns that no one actually likes to look at, or I've been just lucky. So if you ever wondered how the AK-47 works, it's a pretty simple gun. It's a long-stroke gas piston system, which means that once we get into the game, I can actually show it. No, wait, this is the wrong mode. Yeah, every single game has all these modes. Field strip is for when you need to what you need to do to the gun that you're expected to do in the field. For example, the AK-47, you take the magazine out, then push the dust cover in, take out the recoil spring, take out the bolts, and take the gas piston out. Sorry, I'm not that familiar with the base AK. I'm trained to do this with the RK, which is a Finnish variant of this thing. Then you take the bolt, and I forgot what to do with. Oh yeah, it's the cleaning. Yeah, the cleaning kit is in there. On an AK, it's down this hatch. And then you take that cleaning rod out. Yeah, okay. The thing that was tripping me up is because this thing and these things you actually have on your kits, not on the gun itself. And that's the basic mode of the game. Then there's disassembly, where you disassemble the gun completely. That's also like really cool thing about this game is that they show how to. Let me restart. If you're ever supposed to like uh, disassemble a gun, you're supposed to first make sure that you don't. It's always empty when you do it. So they show every single time you do this, they show you unloading the gun. The funny thing about this is that the Finnish version of this thing has two versions of this spring right here, the main spring, recoil spring. It's either, hold on, wait. It's either captive, which means that it's always under a bit of tension because it's capped like this, or it's uncaptive, which means that it's really floating at this end. That's the fire beam. This thing is the, yeah, you don't want the misfire doing that disassembly. The AKs are pretty fun because usually when it comes to bolts, you have an extractor and ejector, but the AK bolt has only an extractor, which is the thing that takes the bullet and makes sure that it doesn't fly out until it's in the battery. That's because the AK on the AK, that is the ejector. When the bolt rides back, it hits this thing, which causes the bullet casing to go fly out this way. Honestly, before I did play this game, I didn't know that the cleaning kit would be in the butt of the gun here. I wish the game actually had an RK in it, so you can actually show what's the difference between an RK and AK, because even though they're based on the same gun, they're pretty different from each other. For example, on the RK, the backside is down here, meanwhile the backside of the AK is up here. Yeah, no worries. The stream is technically over right now, so everything is bonus right now. And now's the part where I forgot what the fucking 20 parts are. And there, yeah, there's that. No, not restart. Int. Oh yeah. Now one thing that's really cool about this game is also the operation part. In this mode you can actually check out multiple things about the gun itself. For example, changing the rear sight. Back here, that's the battle site. That's supposed to be 150 meters away. If you move it, if you do it like this, it's supposed to be 800 meters away. The safety on an AK is made so that it's actually hard to go straight to full auto from safe position. The full auto is down below, but because it's a notch little thing right there, it's very easy to overshoot back into the single semi-auto mode. You have to apply a specific kind of pressure into the selector switch to make it go to full auto. Oops, put a bayonet on it. It's in the middle, which makes it so it's pretty hard to get there, even if you want to. And that's by design, because full auto actually is not that useful. Now the another cool thing about this game is that you can actually see the mechanics of the gun. I think cutaway is better for this gun. Put a 50 times slow on it. You can see the hammer falling down and how the whole thing works. On an AK, the hammer is kept like this on safe position. The trigger holds it down there by that notch right there. When you pull the trigger, you pull the notch away, which causes the hammer to freely do its thing, like towards the firing pin, which goes into the back of the bullet, causing it to fire. And after the bullet goes to this part, there's this little tube right here, which diverts some of the gases from the firing into the gas chamber, which causes the bolt, because the expanding gases, causes the bolt to cycle back from recoil. Sorry, that's not recoil operated, that's gas piston operated. This is a long stroke piston, which means that the whole thing, the whole action of this is based on, it's just one long stroke piston, so to speak. The difference between a short stroke and a long stroke is that short stroke kind of just is a small, it better show that on a actual short strokes piston. If you're new to this stream, Sorry, we're done with the ultra kill part of the stream. We did it a couple hour, half an hour ago. We're just fucking around right now. Do you see those little holes right there? They're there to divert gas away from the gas piston. Because after this point, there's no actual use for any excess gas. That's when it gets over gassed if you don't actually have any of these gas holes. So the recoil of the gas pushing back on the gun causes the whole thing to recoil, to cycle. On an AK, the bolt pushes on the back of the back cartridge, and the extractor makes sure that it's seated in place when it gets into battery right here. And the whole thing about this cam jack is to make it lock in place. I mean, sure, I'd play a ULTRAKILL mod. Not today, I don't think. It's too late for me to do that today. And that's how the AK runs. Now, if you want to see something really stupid, you can go to AM94. Which I have unlocked. I don't think people appreciate how fucking stupid this gun actually is. AM94 is famous for its burst mode. If you played Black Ops 2, you know this gun very well. The whole thing about AM92 is that it shoots a hyper burst of 2 rounds. The idea behind the hyper burst is that before you feel the recoil of the first shot, you have already shot the second shot. So how do they achieve this? They made it so that there's a receiver inside the receiver. With a freaking one of these pulley systems. First of all, it's not hammer fired, it's striker fired. There's this striker that fires at the back of the firing pin, causing it to fire. It pulls the first round in, but at the same time, because of the recoil of the spring going back, it pulls another round right there with the pulley, causing it to get in battery, well, not battery yet, but to be lifted into a position where it can be put into battery. And then the bolt cycles back into place while the whole thing right here is going backwards. Look at the whole thing. It moves like that. None of the gun other than this part, this double receiver moves. throughout the firing process. But when you have the second firing, and the second firing, and the backwards recoil stops here, which means that because the whole thing is moving backwards, this is where all the recoil that was felt throughout that happened would be felt. And then it cycles again. The full auto mode of this gun still has the burst mode on it. But I don't know exactly how it goes into regular fire mode. What's for the weirdest gun I know? I know a lot of weird guns. But the problem is that I don't know if I can show them here. Now, if you want the worst gun that I know about, this thing fucking sucks. Now, I can understand if you don't know much about guns that to not realize how fucking much the Groza actually sucks. But once I explain it, it's gonna be pretty clear to you. Now, this whole thing is based on the receiver of an AKM. A previously created gun that's not bullpup. The trigger would be down here. But the thing is that the Groza, they still have the spot for the fucking trigger system right here, and the spot where the grip would go, it would go right here. And that's the normal Groza, well, not AK, that's the normal AKM style holding stock button right there. But the gun ends right here, so they have this weird fucking thing for no reason there. For no reason, because this whole thing shouldn't even exist. Pop quiz. Do you see some kind of a problem with this whole thing? If you know anything about guns? If you don't know anything about guns, then the first thing, if you do know anything about guns, the first thing you should be asking is, where do you put your other hand on this thing? If you run this thing like this, then you would have to keep your both hands down here. But if you, then there's this thing, the muzzle ends right here, so you might, yeah, it looks like FAMAS but worse, but I think it's more accurate to say that it looks like an AK but worse. The muzzle ends right here, meaning that if this thing for some reason bursts, if this thing bursts like for whatever reason, your entire left hand, yes, left hand, because you cannot fire these things right-handed, it will get blown up. But then there's the suppressor. Technically, you can hold on to this part of the gun, But thing about guns and the barrels of the guns is that they get hot over time when you shoot them. So this thing, uh, sure, it can serve as a grip for a bit, but if you need to shoot this thing for extended amounts of time, this is going to be burning hot. And on top of that, all that, the bullets on this thing actually don't do that much. It's, I think it's still, no, it's not 7.62, it's 5.05, I think, which is an okay round, but the problem is that the powder load on this thing is so low that these are low flying bullets, all of them. Yeah, see ya. I cannot think of a worse gun other than Groza. It's one of those not Soviet, Russian guns that pretend to be like something really special, but if you like think about it for more than 5 seconds, you might as well just run an STG 44. At least this thing actually shoots bullets down the range with lethal velocity, you know? For the weirdest gun, I think I had to go with Angkor Jackhammer. It's just, it's not exactly that weird, so to speak. It's just, there's so many things about it that it's just weird, you know? On principle, it's a pretty simple gun for the most part. But when you look at it, you're gonna see how weird it actually is. If this thing decides to load that is. Why is it taking so long to load it? It should be that different. Anyway, now the first thing that is weird about this gun is that it's supposed to be a bullpup. Bullpup only means that the magazine is most of the mechanism is behind the trigger group. If this was a conventional gun, this part of the gun would be down here. That's the main difference between a bullpup and a regular gun. Now, another weird thing about this gun is that it's full auto. Well, it can be turned full auto. That's weird on it in of itself. yeah, like then when you look at the magazine, it's a 10-round magazine, revolver cylinder. Now, because this thing was only a prototype, if you want to reload this thing, let me slow it down. Because this is a prototype, if you want to reload this thing, you have to disassemble it. For the most part. Then add a new magazine in. And reassemble it. Another weird thing about this gun is that it's a blow forward gun. Actually, let's not talk about that yet. The weird thing about Another thing about the magazine of this thing is that it's based on the the automatic revolver design. There's a British revolver, Beverly Fosbury, that is not full auto. Why do I keep saying full auto? It's a semi-automatic revolver that works like causing it to run through a cam track when the thing recoils to round the next chamber. Now the next weird thing about this gun is that it's blow forward operated, which means that when you shoot it, the barrel assembly goes, well, yeah, the barrel assembly goes forward instead of backwards. And why does it do that? So it can create a gas seal in the chamber. Now the thing about gas seals is that on revolvers is that there's like one revolver that actually does that. It's the Russian Nagant 1882, I think. No, I'm not exactly sure about the year of the gun, but it's a Nagant revolver. So the thing about this thing is that there's plenty of good ideas going around here. The problem is that there's just so far no good way to execute the whole thing. And that's why Tank, that's why Tankor went bankrupt, because they couldn't just figure out a product that most people would want. And they even tried to make the magazine of this whole thing into sort of a landmine. You could take the magazine of this thing, put it in a contraption, and make it a landmine. But the problem with the landmine is that most of the time, landmines all are illegal. Anti-personnel landmines, that is. The reason why anti-personnel landmines are illegal is because you cannot make an anti-personnel mine that you can just leave there. Essentially, eventually someone is going to step on the landmine. Most of the time, that is going to be a civilian. And that's why landmines, anti-personnel mines, are a war crime. A war crime. But I think that's gonna be it for today. Ooh. Nah, gonna leave this one for later. Damn, someone joined right as I'm ending the stream. That's bound to happen every now and then. But without further ado, see ya until Tuesday.